perfection of homemade fry bakes without the fuss? Lion Brand Fry Bake Mix, in its convenient, easy-to-use pouch, makes it incredibly simple. Just add water and yeast, mix, and fry for crispy fried bakes that are ready in minutes. Perfect for a quick snack, our Fry Bake Mix helps you bring family and friends together around the table for a delicious meal. Share the flavor and create delicious memories with Lion Brand Fry Bake Mix. Lion Brand, the power behind our great taste traditions.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launched from King's Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Stay with us for news, interviews, and commentary that shape our democracy. Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation. Follow the Street 919 FM on all social platforms at the Street 919 FM. Joining the Street 919 FM family for the first time? We're so glad to have you. Call us at 466-5391 and tell us where you're calling from. Let's connect with our community on the Street 919 FM, the #1 election station. Keep it locked to the Street 919 FM, your #1 station for political insight and analysis.
Some spirits roaming we land, seeking to destroy your faith, confuse and intimidate, to take with them as many as they can, down to the pits of hell for eternity to dwell. If we don't take stock and amend our ways, we'll continue on the path to darker days. So let's begin to shift our moral compass now and say to iniquity, we shall no longer bow. So grab your rosary and your holy water, let we pray for the nation. And with the water of Zamzam and Quran, now with strong vibrations. All them single mothers, oh God, we sons and daughters. And yes, as we gather, I beg you protect them, Father. Cause while some hoodwinking, somebody bar drinking, and we just keep sinking deeper into this array. Heed our nation's cries, it's time to mobilize. Together we'll exorcise all these bad spirits and cast them away one by one. I say 2 by 2, 3 by 3. We'll cast them away one by one. I say bring them 2 by 2. I say 3 by 3. We'll cast them away. Not too long ago we shared one vision. I for you and you for me. Brotherhood, camaraderie. Embracing each other's traditions. Carnival and Diwali. Jamming soca and chutney. Then a divisive spirit was thrown in the mix. Contaminating we workplace and we politics. Pitting one against the other, perverting life, standing on the precipice of civil strife. So grab your calabash, your konanga water, let we pray for the nation. And with Tulsi and Ganga Jal in hand, man, is strong vibrations. All the hate and anger look like fitting hard like banga, but together we labor, because you are my neighbor. Cause when we made the trip, slavery and indentureship, exploitation and the whip, well, what a price we paid. Do we have different names? Our passion is the same. So unity we must reclaim. And all these bad spirits, we'll cast them away one by one. I say bring them. I say bring them. We'll cast them away one by one. I say two by two. And when we walk through the valley, treacherous roads and alleys, in the darkest hour, we shall not cower, cause deep inside we got the power. Don't show us the power. God gave us the power. The power, the power, 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 power. Spirit of deception, spirit of fear. Tell them get the hands, we don't want them here. All for money they crave and lust. Well, tell them tonight they go bite the dust. I say greed and envy, yes, the enemy. Spirit of illusion, spirit of confusion, wickedness and war, them who rotten to the core. Termites of the state, while hunger still dominates. This behavior is not by chance, because when you sell your soul, you are never in control. In this deadly romance, damnation is the reward when money is your god. They flood in the streets with guns and drugs, turning we youths into murderers and thugs. Sleeping with the adversary only brings unrest. That's where imps and wicked spirits manifest. So grab your candle, bring your holy Bible, and we pray for the nation. And with your crucifix and your bell in hand, man, is strong vibrations. All them evil breeders, bosses and leaders, tell the gangs we see them, and we come in to free them. Upholders of the law, businessmen and the poor, fighting this spiritual war. But help is on the way, and we have faith like sand in this holy caravan. So righteous battalion, and all these bad spirits, yes, we'll cast them away one by one. I say cast them two by two. I say cast them, hey, 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 hey. We'll cast them out one by one, two by two, three by three. We'll cast them away.
The Street Council is in session on The Street 919 FM.
Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. Of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. This also goes for every Trinbagonian who going to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something, instead of staying out there and freezing. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. Remember the key to success is working hard. For our country we must.
On this first, is it the first?
Differences let we start to build.
Let me check in my calendar. Second Friday of April.
Because now more than ever we must.
Just 1:15 in the afternoon in the city of Port of Spain. I say good afternoon to you, Trinidad and Tobago.
To build a strong and better nation.
Greetings and salutations and all of that good stuff.
Foundation. So
Here's to you wherever you may be.
because this
Hoping that all is well
come my brother, come my sister.
in your neck of the woods.
Let us build a nation
I
together.
hope the dust is not dusting. I hope all you have water for the weekend. I hope current ain't going wherever all is. I hope whatever little back pay you was waiting for cleared and get through for you. Whoever owe you money, they at least give you a piece of it today.
So much of things that we need to see about. Surely
I hope that cousin who's always asks for a little blight to go up the road in bother you today.
is putting
I hope your child who never like to call decide to message you this morning.
we must show discipline, tolerance,
Whether it is to tell you thanks or to tell you to have a nice day.
build a strong and better.
Even if it is to just ask if
That is the main.
you want anything from the grocery
So
or from the market.
hand in hand, because
They say they go pass and pick up some side for you or some okra.
sister, and let us build a nation together.
You know, these small things. Whatever nice, small, nice thing happening to you in your life right now, I am glad it is happening for you. And I hope that it uplifts you as we head back into our normal, regular 2-day weekend. I tell you, boy, for all of the nonsense that has happened here, we are still a very spoiled nation, eh?
Land,
What other nation in the world for the past 3 weeks has had back-to-back
something
long weekends? 3 of them, you know.
that's staying out there and freezing.
2 3-day weekends.
More than ever,
And then an extra long 4-day weekend.
discipline, tolerance.
I know all your schedule and all your bodies not to operating at 100 right now. You need this little regular weekend to beat you back into shape. And first is the last day of vacation. Yeah, them children go back to school on Monday. So you have to calibrate yourself again. Because you know traffic gonna be waiting on you. You gotta come back to leaving home at 5:30 so you can beat the traffic. You know, these little extra 2 weeks you was just you say you could wait until 6:30 to leave the house. No, you had to leave 5:30. Yeah. You get relaxed these past few weeks. And weekends come at just the sweetest time. It was coming at the end of our school term. After most exams finished for the term, people was prepping for the little break. Whether they was going taking a small trip to Tobago, or they was gonna send them down south by the cousins and them, whatever. Yeah. It's back to your regularly scheduled program, and you need to wake up and shake up, eh? Sorry to have to bring it all down on you after wishing such nice things for you, but yeah, I have to snap all you back to reality now. How to do it? Reality does hit quick, so we had to be ready here for it. But you know we always ready here for it.
You already know what you're listening to. It's the Nation Station, the Street 919 FM, where we build the nation together here on your favorite show, the Street Council. Your Speaker of the House, Hashim the Dream presiding. Let's get some of these bills out the way, and then we can talk a couple things, you know. Again, I will try to keep it as light as possible, but I know you all have things to talk, and I know you all will have things to say. So, of course, you know the phone lines, 342-0081, 466-5391. But if you want to start your weekend off right, just remember that it is Fantastic Friday at KFC. Enjoy 5 pieces of chicken and 3 sides for just $89.95. A big value for the whole line. The weekend starting right must be KFC. Just hold for a short. I'll come into you. Don't hang up. And for those of you who are craving that authentic taste of Caribbean flavor but are short on time, remember that with Lion Brand Pilori Mixer, now in its convenient, easy-to-use pouch, you can whip up a batch of fluffy golden Pilori in a flash. Just add water, mix, and fry. Perfect for impromptu gatherings. Their Pilori Mix brings everyone together for a delicious moment. So share the flavor with friends and family, because good food and good company go hand in hand. Get your Lion Brand Pilori Mix and make every moment a tasty celebration with the Lion Brand, the power behind our great taste traditions. Yeah, I'm going to keep the live read short today because it looks like, well, you have things to talk. Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, Hashim the Belonga, man.
Hey, Mr. Lockett, how you doing?
Well, I look as good as how you look yesterday.
All right, well, wow. You can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah, man, I mean, according to the people, I self-actualized, man. Once I could look like you. Yeah?
I appreciate that.
We have some sun this hour, just. We didn't have water, but I ain't checked for a while, so to see.
How do you signal moving today? How do you signal song in today? Are we coming through?
Like poor. Yeah. No, I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 radios here.
4 radios, boy? Wow.
Yeah. And all the reception port throughout. Yeah. But it's clear on YouTube. It's just as low. So if I have to listen to you on YouTube, I have to sit down like a little child. Like when a parent tell the child, you sit down there, I have to sit down by the YouTube and listen. So the radio never could be any part of this house. Even the yard sometimes. We need to get your speaker. You could connect a speaker to the computer and just turn it up a little bit, you know, so you don't have to sit down. You can move around and listen. I'll try to organize that.
Yeah.
But the signal this side is poor. What things I want to do from when people call, ask them how they get in the signal, because there's a lot of people are calling, even Brother Trev. Now I do not know Brother Trev just stop calling if he has. I don't say no. I know I save his number here, so I be looking out for it. But I don't hear from the man. You just hear from him or? No, but I not hear him. Well, he is a regular caller on the program after to the umpires, and nobody had heard about him. So I said yesterday, I do not know if it's a reception problem.
Oh, so the umpire not hearing him either?
No, they don't hear him neither. Because they asked him, and I told them the same thing, that your program was asking about his whereabouts, and nobody could say anything. But I believe it's a reception. If I did not know YouTube here, you would have missed me too. I try to tolerate the YouTube thing, but not comfortable with it, you know.
Yeah, you know, I feel like I'm going to reach out. I'm going to reach out to Brother Trev and see what's going on.
Yeah, try and do that. Yeah, and when people call, ask them how clear is the signal where they're calling from.
Yeah,
it cannot be alone have post for reception here. For transmission. No. Well, what is happening now? Abika came in and just jumping a little bit.
Oh, we ain't jumping to nothing just yet. So we we kind of just getting started. If you had something you wanted to address, you could bring it to the floor.
Well, my concern, first I want to extend condolences to the little girl with the accident in Tobago.
Yes, that was a tragedy for sure.
Yeah, and then I want to call out whoever those former CARICOM secretaries secretary generals who are living still, who could still say something about the due process and everything. Because my concern is that the Secretary General is not allowed unto him or herself, and they have to communicate with leaders, and you cannot despise a leader. That is my word, or whatever, or shortchange a leader in the performance of your duties. So that's all I want to say about it. But my concern, I would like to hear contributions from former CARICOM Secretary Generals, because we have a few living still. Right? I know Roderick Rainford, he died last week. He was the third one. You have William DeMasi died. Alistair McIntyre, I think he died too. Well, we have Edwin Carrington from Tobago here. He I think he's still living. We have Edwin LaRocque, I think he's still living, and whoever in between. Right? But we had some great CARICOM Secretary Generals. One of my favorites was Curly King from Barbados, but I do not know if he's alive. Because one of the things that people do in this community here, in the West Indies here in particular, after they retire, it goes right down. People, they just retire, you're done. I think you're ready to dead. And that is why even people like me this program is important for me, because I have nothing to do when they come in terms of keeping my academia alive. Right? So
you're trying to keep your mind sharp.
Yeah, I have to chat, and that is what keeps me going, because when these programs are not in the air, like a weekend and thing, I feel bored that kind of way.
Yeah.
For me, a sportsman to say at my age, I will go and pick up a ball and play cricket. Next thing you know, I'll get a ball somewhere, and that was it for him.
No, God. Nah, don't say that.
You don't want that.
Nah, man. I sure you could still bowl down the best of them.
I'm able to bowl better, but batting and thing, I know if my eyes might be 100% to thing, but I can still bowl. Anyhow, my blast from the past, and I'm still begging you to try and get in contact with Phil Simmons. That next one has bothered me in Trinidad. They treat Phil Simmons in a way.
I must try to see if the people downstairs can find him. I might try to get him as a guest or something.
Get him as a guest, or you could contact his son and let his son care. I don't know his health condition until because I ain't seen him since he left radio. But I believe you could contact his son, and I think 105. He has a Simmons, his son there, with a presenter there, and probably. You could go by him and talk to him, and you could do it. If he cannot come out physically, at least you could record him. That is a man made a tremendous contribution in Trinidad and Tobago, and nobody does nothing. You don't even hear about him. It's very, very sad. A king really doesn't have no honor in his land. Yeah. Look at how Roger Bootman had the thing, and as soon as he get he had to plead for a national award, and as soon as he got it, I think he lived 2 months after. Remember, Mr. Bootman used to be a contributor to your program? I don't know if you remember that.
I think so, yes.
Yeah. He died not 2 months after he got an award last year, I think. National award. Anyhow, my blast from the past today, I'm going back to the man I call the original Jab, the Penguin. And the song is Look the Devil Day. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, Look the Devil Day. So that's my blast from the past.
Yeah, I remember this one.
Yeah.
I got you.
Hashim the Belonga boy and Papa Andy, wherever Papa Andy is. We all take care, and we must support you, Hashim the Belonga, because you did a great job based on the circumstances. You're doing a great job, and we all have to appreciate you.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. So you take care, my brother.
Of course, man. Of course.
I can't tell you St. Thomas Girl again.
Oh God, nah. I'm looking at somebody in Belmont, but don't say nothing, eh? Don't say nothing.
I call the guy, so I ain't telling our soul, I ain't telling nobody.
All right.
Okay, good. Nice, brother. Take care.
Yes, man. You too. That's our resident encyclopedia, Mr. Hucketzer. Yeah, I got your blast on the pass coming up short. Don't worry about that. Just coming up on 1:30, and you know it's the office party today, so we got our little music session coming on in our final hour alongside Mr. Chris Beats. So yeah, that to look forward to seeing with you guys. All right, so I want to dive into something real quick that I didn't get to do yesterday because you all got very active in the final hour and the calls just kept coming back to back. So I say, you know what, let me let all your talks and I'll bring it in tomorrow instead. And I'm sure this comes as no surprise to anyone, but we're gonna talk about it again because it's only through constantly bringing it up, something had to give. It had to give somewhere. And I don't know if you, like me, was, as much as I, on this show, especially when we take long recesses for like holidays and such, and I don't get to come in and chill with y'all. You know, I always do my due diligence and say, wish everybody a safe time out there. Take your time on the roads, designate, don't drink and drive, all the protocols. And as much as I do that, of course, in a land of 1.5 million people, things are bound to happen. And left, right, and center, up, down, and diagonal ways, there were numerous road incidents, particularly over this past long weekend. And let's just address the crux of the issue real quick. For those of you watching on YouTube, take this in and let's chat real quick, huh?
All rise. The Street Council is in session on the Street 919 FM.
Allow me to break something down to you all, and I'm going to try to break it down to brass tacks. Hopefully everybody, or at least the majority, should be able to understand what I'm saying. This is me driving. At this point, there are 3 main ways that I can get into an accident. Either I do some nonsense and run off the road and crash, somebody else does some nonsense, run off the road and crashes into me, or my vehicle is so defective that while I'm driving, the front wheel fling to the left and I go and fling into the right and run into somebody's wall or somebody's car. But why am I bringing this up? I am bringing it up because we have been told by successive governments that the reason for the roadblocks and the checkpoints around every corner is to make the road a safer place. But coincidentally, even with all the police and roadblocks and different checkpoints we had for this long weekend that went, rain fell and many persons forgot how to drive. I was in traffic groups just watching accidents taking place. Around every corner, bang, 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 bang. And when you look at these vehicles, and you look at the accidents, you get to realize it's not defective vehicles, it's clunking was taking place. How you reach up there? What force of nature pushed you from the left-hand side of the road onto the right-hand side embankment for you to end up there? And this right here proves the point that I've been trying to bring since under the PNM government. I know the UNC came into office and took the shit they did and caught it. Look at this car. How you ended up on top of there? 2 inspection stickers. 2. How defective was our vehicle? Look at this next one around the Savannah. This vehicle is so new, it didn't even need an inspection sticker and somehow it crashed. 3 cars involved in an accident and the oldest one seems to be the least wrong in the equation. The newest cars seem to have the most problems when it comes to accidents, but they will have you believe that all these roadblocks are to make the road a safer place. It's clunking is the problem. Too much clung drivers on the road, too much hero drivers, too much people watching Drive to Survive and thinking that they are Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen on the roadways. Let's call a spade as drivers who just don't know how to drive. The car drive. Nobody wants to face that fact. The government knows this. Rohan Sinana knew this. This new Minister of Works knows this. All the people in authority know this. When they go to an accident site, vehicles, brand new tires, you upside down in a ditch. These roadblocks are not making the road a safer place. It's a money-making, revenue-generating raffle sheet for the government. Look further proof. Watch this one here. Clong thing again. You are driving behind a vehicle. You want to overtake. You so big and bad in your dance. You leave the whole free left lane to squeeze between two cars. Run off the road, stupid. Bounce the car that was in the middle lane. The car here shouldn't have even been bullying in the first place because your problem is on the right lane. You bounce him, skid off the road and crash into a ditch. Clong thing. But it's clong thing with a roadworthy vehicle. These are the drivers that cause the most mayhem on the nation's roadways, and unfortunately, these are exactly the drivers that the roadblocks don't catch. Because they don't catch a clong doing clong thing activities in a roadblock. Look at this man's face. He was the driver that was killed in the Kia Cerato about a week ago when he was driving going his merry way, doing nothing wrong in the universe. When he picked up on the opposite side of the highway, skidded off the road just so. We all saw the footage. You just skid off the road just so, cross the median and kill the guy. What caused that van to run off the road just so? No inspection sticker, a defective windshield, fog lights. What caused it? I guarantee you, it was nothing to do with a defective vehicle. Roadblocks do not save lives, and it also does not make the road a safer place. It's a cheap way for the government to catch you to make money. It's far easier for them to catch you with a blown bulb, or a cracked windshield, or bubbles in your tint, or fog lights, than it would be for them to actually try to fix the problem that is getting stupid clown drivers off the road.
Remember, the key to success is working hard.
Now, you would remember about 2 weeks ago, we came up with the official title of what this is, right? Law Enforcement Revenue Collection, aka LERC.
Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance,
and as much as they be out there trying to get it,
a strong and better nation.
You know who doesn't help the situation?
That is the main bond.
A lot of, as the video clip says, clown drivers. People out there on the road who really should not have licenses. And I'm sure there are many of you out there listening right now who can comfortably say that you cannot go more than, let's say, a week without somebody either giving you a bad drive or you observing either in your rearview mirror or a couple hundred meters in front of you. Somebody doing some stupidness on the road. And a lot of you now carry around cameras on your car to record things just in case an accident occurs and you have to show visual evidence that it was not your fault. And that is how we get a lot of these accidents on tape. And half the time, it is people doing foolishness. And a lot of it is in, quote-unquote, road-acceptable vehicles. Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon.
Hey, Chucky. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm fine. But I could, if you give me a lecture to see, I know sometimes you give me a little blind to go talk, but watch me. I could give countless stories about these drivers. And to refer to that recording, I would say is you call those defective drivers.
Yeah.
Those drivers have defects. Because I'm on the river. Okay, I'm going to hit you one thing. I'm on the Rivulet Road.
Mm-hmm.
It's a windy road.
Right.
At certain points, it's windy.
Mm-hmm.
I coming out today with a full 40. I could tell you the weight was about 28 tons. And all of a sudden, as I break the corner by Phoenix Park head office there, that will be the first light you will meet when you're leaving Point Lisa.
Right.
Like after you pass Atlantic Plaza. And all of a sudden, as I straight up on the corner, I see this Kia Sorento, whatever they call it, overtaking and coming towards me. But I would tell you that I stood my grounds. I'm not pulling. Because the only thing I have to protect me, the point, is the weight. Because if you impact on me, most I will do, when I hit you, I will just hit.
But I'm not pulling because the minute I pull, I started dance. When I mash my brakes and my air brakes lock up now, it's a different story.
Right.
These people are now, and then you know, there's one to come and tell us truck drivers, because we big, we bad. It's not that. When I tell you go, go. When I tell you wait, let me pass. Sometimes it's 55 feet of vehicle I have one. So let me go and clear up the space.
Right.
Or vice versa. I come in through 6th Avenue, go into the office to start work. You run through the major road. The person, anyone watching me after telling me. But I was already, after my mom looking at my white line there, that I am on the major road. So some of them, either they get the permit in a matchbox, or they just happen to say, I want a permit, and they get it. Ta-da, abracadabra. The road, all I will say, I was not going to do, I was involved in an accident where people died. I see what it is all about. I was heading south, the vehicle heading north, he lost control, come under me. Under the trailer I was driving. So I could tell you what it is. I witnessed it firsthand. It is not a nice thing. Come on, people. And 33 years as a licensed driver for me. 23 years as a class 4 and 20 years as a class 5 this year. And I could tell you, I afraid speed. I afraid speed. I fully respect it. My car, I don't drive my car more than 80. If I get 100, no problem. Not even the trucker driving. Come on, it is little to wonder sometimes, Hashim, what they are thinking about, just like what the gentleman said earlier. Because when you see where some of them fit, you have to understand, you have to try to far down to the love of God. How did you get there? And finally, you're going to head into Port of Spain, so you come off the Butler Highway and you hit the Churchill Roosevelt. That broken line, that is the merger lane people. Are there a woman hook up under my truck steps? I rush it. I said, well, no problem. So lucky that the police officer said, ma'am, do you know what that broken line means? Yes, that is a lane. He said, that is not a lane, that is the merge lane. You have to give way to the vehicles. She said, but you see this big truck coming, and you still try to cut in front of him. By Maritime Plaza, roundabout there, a lady cut through the gas station and telling me now she thought she could make it before the truck and end up under my truck step again. So, come on, what are you thinking about? But the most we could do, we have to try to educate the people. And I believe traffic bands are supposed to do a better work in Samoa as well. Because when you see the neon light, that is for we the pedestrians to wait. Right. You have a green with the neon. The pedestrian has to wait. When you see the red with the white color, that is so we to cross. And then telling we now, we drivers don't care about nobody.
Well, let's not even go on down the road of pedestrian, because that's a whole different conversation. Well, I think we all know how pedestrians just feel crossing the road like they queens of Sheba now. Bounce me down now. Bounce me down.
Yeah. So locked on listen. So Chirada Vega, the most shock man could say, I just try to be careful on the road, even though there are errand drivers who in my industry where I work, yes, they are the careless ones. But I can speak for myself, but I will also speak for everyone. Let us be careful on you. Let us try to observe. Look at it. It's 33 years. Let me pull back my regulations and familiarize myself. Dual carriageway, double solid line, and you function and it purpose. And if and what and when. So, locked on listening, let's just try to be safe. So, good program. Looking forward for the office party.
All right. Big up yourself.
Locked on and listening.
Big up yourself, Truckman. I'm glad Truckman in particular was listening, because that's a man whose job is literally to be on the road. So major part of his job is to be able to watch and take his time. He has to be aware of his surroundings at all times. Watch himself and how he drives. So that he is not a danger to other people as well as himself. And again, a crucial thing he said there, that speed, that thing we call speed, I don't know what it is. Maybe people have just played too many Need for Speed video games, watched too many Fast and Furious movies. Maybe they played Mario Kart a little bit too much growing up. Y'all are not fantasy drivers with plot armor to protect you. Because that is literally how a lot of them drive. And I sorry, truck man. But that's sort of coming for some people in your community here. You see all your, well, not particularly truck man. Let me not say that. But you see all your in pickup trucks, heavyweight vans, the Navaras, the Hiluxes, the Rangers, the Frontiers. I don't know what it is about having a pickup truck that make you think you rule the road. And again, it's not all of you, but a lot of you playing speed demon with these trucks. I wonder if I could pull it up again.
To build a strong and better nation.
The one in particular.
That is the main form.
Yeah. For those of you who
Come my brother, come my sister.
for those of you on YouTube, I'll pull it up again. This black Chevrolet pickup truck trying to pass between two cars on the highway from the middle lane to the left lane. To the right lane, I should say, sorry. His entire left lane was free that he could have used to overtake. No traffic was obscuring him. But he decided to play best driver. Ended up losing control of his truck, ramming into the car in the middle lane, losing control, and rolling and falling into a ditch. Thank God the car that he collided into was able to control his car somewhat. That collision could have been so much worse. And half of the times when accidents involving those pickup trucks occur, you seldom walk away with zero casualties. That is the worst part of it. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey. Long time I ain't hear this voice. How you doing?
I'm in a good mood.
That's good. That's good to hear.
I was wondering if I'm the only individual who observes that every single individual that drives in one of them Navara, Hilux, wherever they're driving, always driving fast.
Well over the 100 km speed limit, yes.
If you feel you have a real nice vehicle, the most responsible thing to do is drive it nice and slow and let everybody see when you're passing. I drive some real nice vehicles before. And I'm telling you, I drive in them nice and slow. You think it's real cruising style. I have a nice woman in the car too. How you're cruising.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely no reason. Well, I mean, sometimes you might have somewhere to go. You know, you want to get there a little faster because something might have kept you back. But
as my people like to say, you can't be late twice.
But very rare. This thing is a habit for all of them. And when you road wet,
well, let's not even
man, I'm telling you, we don't want to go there.
That's not even
Peace in your waist with them. And you have some friends too, right? You sit down in the car, in the passenger side.
Yeah.
And they're driving. They didn't even realize, well, it was dry, but the rain started to fall. You have to talk to them about it. But why is it the authorities not doing anything about that? You and I seeing all these vehicles doing all these bob and weave and driving real chaotic on the road.
Well, this is the crux of the thing, right? Because their excuse is that they do something about it with the roadblocks or inspection sticker. But how are you supposed to catch a stupid driver when there's gridlock traffic and nobody can move fast?
But you could put a camera in the vehicle, and the same way that we on the highway seeing these vehicles bobbing in and out of the road, and generally sometimes you hardly see one car pass real fast, and they don't have somebody else trying to race with him to show him, hey, I could drive better than you too.
Exactly. But that's the thing.
So
there's never no police around when they're doing that foolishness. They will only show up after the foolishness amounts to an accident. And only then you could slap them with a charge of a suspended license or whatever. But when they're doing the foolishness, weaving in and out, no indicator to anyone in any lanes, riding the shoulder to beat a red light or whatever, where's the police then?
Well, law enforcement ought to put unmarked cars and have traffic wardens and whoever out there. But remember, they say it's to protect and serve, but it's not necessary to protect and serve. Whose interest we think that is supposed to protect and serve? You see, if it was a Woolworth at a Bata store, which was British owned, you will have them monitoring where these stores are. That's why you could go and window shop in the night on Frederick Street many years ago, because they had British interests, colonial interests. Soon as they're gone, nobody can go and window shop with each other no more on the street, because who's supposed to be out there to protect and serve no longer have to protect and serve a certain set of entities' interests. You understand? So that's why you're not going to see them on the highways and byways, because not too many of them driving up and down anymore, going to all these different entities and businesses that they have all over the place, so they would make sure that nobody does anything to cause them any harm. Okay?
I hear you.
All right.
All right,
Have a
man.
nice day.
You too.
Sister, and let us build a nation together.
Hey, Dr. Wakanda, good afternoon to you. Don't worry, office party, I'll make sure I get that tune run for you. But yeah, guys, it is a broken record at this point. But really, it's getting out of hand again. And mind you, SOEs don't dampen stupid driving, eh? Because as much as we like to talk about the murder rate and whatever, remember that sometimes if we were to incorporate road fatalities on top of that, because those people are killed, eh? It may not be murder, but they are killed. If we were to add road fatalities on top of that, man, you all be bawling your eyes out. Okay, take one more call before we have to go to the top of the hour. Good afternoon.
Yeah, and I'll slip in this quick, right? And you see, the other part of the problem is I did defensive driving as well, but the core service code, right? And also, you see, with this hot weather we have here, part of the reason why you see people get running off the road is one, because they may be driving, but you see they're driving erect on the road. You see, with that heat on the asphalt there, when that water creates a slick, and that slick now, that oily, that film is still on top because of the heat. That is one of the reasons why you can lose control. Because when it's at a hydroplane at a certain speed, you lose control.
Right.
Secondly, you want to race the truck. Two trucks are running neck and neck, or two vehicles to create a vortex. You want to run between now. Whoever breaks that line out, that dynamic there, it sucks in your vehicle. So you can be pulled to either side. I don't know, you all can Google it to get the correct breakdown. But that is how, in a simple way, I can paraphrase how the instructor related to us. Because, okay, you're running high when you open a car door and a truck passes you, a vehicle passes you. What happens? The door swings open on you. So picture that. So you run in between two vehicles, so you say, I want to face that truck because I have an Navara. So I can run this truck. Because mind you, these man trucks and these Scanias and them, if when you're 140, 150 miles with 50 tons, I can vouch for that in my 20 years of driving truck and trailer. to getting those kind of speed out of those trucks. So at the end of the day, to your defensive driving as well, you were educated, because that opened my eye the first time. And the company have sent us over and over, and you always learn something new. So people don't play with it, don't play with speed and this heat and this rain and when it's in our climate. So locked on, listen, looking out for you after the break.
Yes, man. Thanks again, Truck Man. Alright, guys, we're gonna take that pause real quick right here, and I'll wrap up this conversation and see if we could find some solutions that we could give to these, as I think Truckman put it aptly, defective drivers that we have on our nation's roads. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
TechFlex TT Limited, the #1 computer store in Trinidad and Tobago, has all your tech needs. We have the latest computers, powerful MacBooks, and affordable Chromebooks for school and work, providing new and refurbished options to suit everyone's budget. Also, we carry a variety of printer options and ink solutions for your home and office needs. Need repairs done? Our experienced technicians can solve your tech problems. Visit us now at any of our 2 locations, Wilson Road, Scarborough, next to Royal Castle, or Penco Street, Montrose, Chagonas. Call 235-4919 for more info. TechFlex TT Limited. Affordable tech. Exceptional service.
A feeling for a big meal. Chicken. With big taste. Must be KFC. And big flavor. Chicken. And value for more money. Must be KFC. Yo, who keeps saying that? Well, I hear something. I'm the voice in your belly.
Get big value every day of the week, from Munchin Mondays to Fantastic Fridays and specials to make your weekend even tastier. Check socials for details. Remember, there's only one original, often imitated but never duplicated. It must be KFC.
Hi there, I'm Lester Sublal, inviting you to join me on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the 4th and 5th Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
Tune in to The Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 to 186 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program Health and Healing, merging the old with the new, with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the Street 919 FM.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launched from King's Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
This
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you could get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
All rise. The Street Council is in session on the Street 919 FM.
Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now more than ever we must show discipline, tolerance and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now more than ever we must show discipline, tolerance and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. This also goes for every Trinbagonian who gone to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something, instead of staying out there and freezing. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Ogid. Yes, yes. Right here on this final hour with y'all on the Street Council. Yeah, because final hour technically, yeah, because office party is the next hour. Hope everybody's good as we build this nation together. 12 minutes after the hour of 2 o'clock. Remember, guys, there's a tasty meal waiting for you at Royal Castle. Sometimes you feel like eating a nice sandwich, the sensation of biting into a soft bun with the crunch of fresh lettuce and the taste of tomatoes along with the added condiments, all a treat to your taste buds at Royal Castle. Their sandwiches are a hit. Try the center breast chicken and the flying fish sandwiches, the wholesome veggie burger, and at selected locations, you can also get the grilled salad or grilled sandwiches. So when you get that craving, remember that the castle has something delicious for you. Ask them to get a combo with your favorite side and a drink as well. Only at Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
And onward to progress we surely will.
And remember, guys, if you have an unresolved issue with your bank, non-bank financial institution, or insurance company, give a call to the Office of the Financial Services Ombudsman. Their service comes at no cost to you. You want to find out more information? Visit them on the first floor, Central Bank Building, Eric Williams Plaza, Independence Square, Port of Spain. Log on to www.ofso.org.tt. Email them at info@ofso.org.tt. Call the office at 800-4FSO, that's 800-4376, or contact them via their social media pages on Facebook and Instagram. Right. So if you're joining us just at the top of this hour, we were basically talking about what we have officially dubbed defective drivers on the nation's roads after a slew of road incidents over the long Easter weekend, particularly involving heavyweight vans. Now listen, I know I have a couple of y'all out there probably in pickup trucks right now that feel attacked and that the dream is coming for your head. I assure you, such is not the case. But you cannot sit in your very tall Hilux truck and tell me with a straight face that many of your counterparts are not out there giving your good truck a bad name. Mind you, I love a good pickup truck, you know. As a big person myself, I am over 6 feet and I am broad. I need good proper space in my car, and a truck is the most suitable vehicle for your boy. I ain't blessed to have one yet, but please trust and believe that when my time comes to push one, I'm not trying to be out there bullying my way across the road because I feel I have a bigger vehicle and people should just move out the way for me.
Now is the time to come home and do something.
More times often than not, we find that any accidents involving them trucks lead to something fatal.
More than ever, we must.
And I'm quite frankly tired of seeing it. And no matter how many of y'all fold these trucks like paper on the road, it doesn't seem to sink in. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dream.
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
All right. You know, the Dream, Trinidad could only get better and will only get better if people choose to do better. And it have some people who are adamant that they're really not going to make that choice. But the Dream, when you look at these accidents, is a combination of people that are really responsible for what is taking place, inclusive of some of the drivers. You see, the dream, we have so many persons that have purchased their license. Some people who never wrote the exam, and some people who never even do a driving test.
You're shouting, Chris. You're shouting.
But what I'll say this, and the fact is, Dream, we have not seen any great effort by the police to try to find the culprit, the circle of culprits who are responsible for facilitating that inside of the licensing office, right? Just like how they would hide to share a ticket, they wouldn't hide to see who is responsible for allowing persons to get away with that. Nonetheless, Granny always say prevention better than cure, so I don't know why the officers will continue to choose to hide sometimes instead of be present and try to let that be a deterrent for some persons who might want to make some kind of mad driving or engage in some kind of crazy driving. And then to the dream, some people just move in vehicles and they do not have a clue about driving. Driving is something where every single second you have to be able to anticipate anything at a second's notice and respond accordingly. This is why you have to drive in a manner that you can manage, where you will remain in control of the vehicle. Too many people are just driving under just gladdy vibes. As you say, some people always speeding as a pair or three or driving down the road. I mean, come on. It is so many people that lost their life already on the road for foolish driving. Some people not even part of the foolish driving making and ending up with the stupid end of the stick. I always remember this man who was driving the kiss truck and the fella driver and hit him from behind and run him up you and he dead. And he ain't going at no speed at all. Let me take with time on the road now, people. And then, as I say, people, I don't know how they could pull it back from the people who already don't have these licenses that they purchase and really inexperienced. But driving is not a game. It's not a game at all. And I just see it every day that somebody making a guest drive and risking not only the life of themselves, but other persons on the roadway. But as I say, Trinidad will only get better if some people decide in their heart and their minds and show it with actions that I'm going to do better. If we don't have a lot or the majority of us taking that stance, then we in for a long, long road.
Yes, I. Now, I feel, I don't know. Maybe it is that we need... Maybe we need to implement some other precautions here. You know how certain vehicles, when vehicles belong to certain companies, delivery trucks, amalgamated vehicles, company cars. You know how they stick the message at the back of their bumper sticker, how am I driving? And they leave a number to call. That is there for the company, It is there to be like, yeah, if the driver of said vehicle is doing some stupidness on the road, that number is there so you can call and be like, yeah, kiss bread. It's had our driver pull something stupid here on Uriah Butler, No indicator, slide straight across and nearly run me into the swamp. And I don't know, you might have to get him a license plate or something like that. And that way they can track down who the driver was. And the consequences can be dished out. That's what those numbers are for. What I feel at this point we should be doing, have a central number for defective drivers and make it a road requirement that every car in the nation, well, that might be a little excessive, to put that number on the back of every single car. How is my driving? But I think what should just happen is set up that hotline for defective drivers. So when stupidness does happen, you give them a call, and yeah, be like PEF 1412 doing such and such stupidness on the road. Now mind you might have to have some video evidence and proof or something like that. And then that way, you put a strike on their license or something, and you send it in the mail. As I hear talking it, right, I can already see that from day one, that hotline will be buzzing off the phone, off the roof, and within a week, half the nation will have some form of letter in the mailbox, issuing them a stern warning that if you drive stupid again, you will have a strike on your license and you had to pay $1,500 to take it off. Something, I don't know. As I say it out loud, I can hear how confusing, and I can envision how disorganized that would be, or just how petty that would be, you know? Because as soon as an 80 wagon give you a bad drive, and that's a whole next group of defective drivers in and of itself. Right? And I was coming down hard on the pickup truck drivers and them, but we could for sure point out the other stereotypical defective drivers of the nation. They always drive a specific car. I don't know what it is, and I've tried very hard not to make it a stereotypical thing. But when you really think about it, how many of them, every time you get a bad drive, is it not always from a particular group of vehicles? One day it may be the Hilux and the van and the panel van drivers. The pickup truck and panel van drivers. Then another day it will be the wing roads and the 80 wagons. And then the next day it will be the Tidas and B14s. And the Aquas. I think I will put the Aquas in that same group as well. You know? Them same cars that will also get stereotyped by the police and stopped in a roadblock. Yeah.
Forget all your differences, let we start.
It is always those three main, and then of course, sorry, I didn't mean to exclude them. And then of course you have the maxi men. Now it is very seldom a red band maxi because they have their own designated lane to do their foolishness, right? So you very seldom get a bad drive from a red band maxi. I think this more comes from the green vans and the yellow vans, and I guess the browns. And I don't know how bad drives operates deeper than San Fernando, so I don't know how the blacks and the brown vans just drive down southern parts of the nation. Maybe Panadol could ring in and tell me if they just drive bad or not. But I know up here in town side. Yeah. Every now and again you'll get that yellow band maxi stupid drive.
So much of things.
And I know a maxi driver listening right now cause sucking his teeth. But I am not sorry. I can't even say that you're going to see me anytime soon.
You know as well as I do
to refuse to put me in your maxi. Yes. Okay. And as I keep talking, I keep singling out. I mean, I don't want to put the higher cars in their own category because they usually consist of
a strong and better nation.
the TIDA 14 Aqua Wing Road community. Usually, the majority. So to put them in their own separate category is a bit superfluous, honestly. So yeah, let's keep it to the main four. The pickup truck panel vans, the 80s and wing roads, the Bunny TIDA Aquas, and the maxi drivers. Those four main groups at any given time of the day in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago are the bane of someone's existence on the nation's roads due to some form of defective driving. I suggested the hotline, but as I say it out loud, I'm not entirely sure if that would be the best solution. But honestly, you have to rip it out at its roots. Just like Chris said, the ones who like to swerve around the system and the process of actually sitting down and getting their license proper, and then they get slapped a license card in their hand, put on the nation roads, and then they do tomfoolery. To the detriment of others. Because at best, it will be an incident that causes traffic and congestion, and we like to stop and macro whenever somebody gets in an accident. Especially if they end up in a predicament where it's like, how did you manage to crash your car in that specific angle? You are literally mounted on the highway partition, and your car is facing in the opposite direction. How did you manage that? It literally leaves you scratching your head. And that's at best. At worst, it's another road fatality, which leads to even more congestion on the road depending on the time of day it happens or where it happens. And again, the roadblocks and the random vehicle inspections on the highway, that is not what catches these drivers. Because most of the time, these accidents are coming from perfectly functioning, operating vehicles. Most of the times, they are new vehicles. We're talking about anything from PD come up. Most of the time, it is those new age vehicles that just get written off. I think there was one in particular over the weekend. I think those of you who know the one of those those antique vehicles, like it's properly preserved, it's white. People usually bring it out for like wedding occasions and stuff like that. One of those old antique cars with the spare tire being on the side. It's long and elegant looking and thing. Yeah, that was involved in an accident, I think, on a roundabout. And out of all of the cars that were involved, all of them coincidentally being white cars. I think one was a pickup truck, another one was a vessel, and I think there was like a H100 that got damaged as well. But out of all of those cars, is the old car that had the least amount of damage. Everything else around it folded up like paper, which leads me to believe that old car was in the right of way. So not only do we have defective drivers, we have defective drivers in new vehicles and getting them written off the road.
A strong and better nation.
In quick less than 6 months, you have these cars out on the road, and they can't even last a year.
So come
And the police are fully aware of that and are willing to sit back and do roadblock inspection for all other defective things to collect revenue in that way, rather than nipping the problem at its bud, which is removing the stupid drivers off the road. Good afternoon.
Hey, Chokwan here again.
Hey.
But you had to include NZs and Subarus.
NZs
they are
and
part of the clip.
Which and Subaru?
Yeah, they are part of the. Yeah, the NZE vehicle. I think that's a Toyota make vehicle, if I have it correct. And there's NZE.
And the Subarus.
And the Subarus.
Oh yes.
Because
Oh Lord. How did I leave the Subarus out of this? Wow. You're sure, right?
When Tokyo Drift came out, we had the Civics. I think that was part 2 or part 3 of
Oh Lord, Chuck man, you just wake up a bad memory about me in a Honda Civic, yes? Oh God, I tried to repress that memory bad. Oh my God, why you do that? Why you do me that, dog? I thought you was friend. I thought you was brethren, boy. Nah, boy.
Okay, well, we're gonna talk about it.
I'm gonna have to talk about it because otherwise I'm gonna be vexed for the rest of the day.
All right, then. Yeah. So at the end, but it's amazing, eh? It is amazing, and just like what Christopher have it correctly called that particular caller there. He's right. He's totally correct there too. Yeah, but I think I don't know where all else we coming, what else we doing, because these Navaras and them, I've driven a Navara already, company vehicle, and the old one, Prados. They're going to go and test out these Parados and these Fortunas and them. These vehicles and them just run. Even the delivery trucks and them. Those Canters and the different Mitsubishi ones.
Right.
You see what go on because it computerized and it's the fuel injected. I just touch the X. So let me see what it can do. No, these things, you can't play with that. Because simple as those trucks are the top heavy with the cabin to the back.
Yeah.
So when you load your goods now, and you moving all over, and that goods moving. Sometimes when you see those trucks and them fall down, it's because the person take the corner right, and the load move. So with the force of gravity, pull you down, and they drop down by on the side. And that's what goes on. Same with container trucks. Because last week a container fall by the point is wrong about it when they're coming off the highway. But what happened is that nothing known that he came around too fast. Everybody's saying that. Because you drive behind one. All these years, I don't go alongside it because you don't know how the people pack the container. So they're playing cat and mouse with these vehicles, and them at the end of the day, when you see the nonsense takes place, it's easy to catch.
Yep.
And as you rightfully put it, the innocent one. So I mean, you open up a good can of worms there. You open up a very, very good can of worms today when it comes in your repertoire. So.
Yeah.
Look, listen.
Thanks, Truck man.
And okay, and I would say, okay, let's hear the little story of the Civic.
Oh boy, yeah, boy. You're wicked for waking that one up, boy. Yeah. The worst drive I think I ever get was from a Honda Civic, because that one nearly right off the car I was driving. I was pushing a Versa at the time and was on my way back home from my girlfriend at the time. And there I am. I'm moving a little fast. I'm on the main road, heading into town. I'm on the stretch heading towards South Key and approaching City Gate. And this white Honda Civic is in the next lane and coming up behind me, moving like he trying to race me. Now me, I see in the play. I say, I really don't want this man behind me. I start to kind of speed up. When we reach the curve, this fool veer into my lane and graze my whole left side. If I didn't maintain control, I would have crashed into a tree. Grazed my whole left side. And then he pulled off and he hit and run me. Drive off. I tried to speed after him to grab his license plate and I couldn't do it because the way he damaged me, it damaged the the internal structure and things wasn't, the car wasn't speeding as it should. Car was down for 3 months after that, boy. I was vexed. And every time I see a white Civic, an old white Civic, I just want to puncture its tires.
For our country, we must have regard.
I sure by now, whatever damage that was done to that car, they probably tried to buff out and fix or whatever. But I tell you, dog, every white Civic I see on the road, I just wanted to skid and veer off and not hit nobody else, I just wanted to skid and veer off and bounce up somewhere. Fall in a ditch, get right off. I don't wish that. I just wish that your car get folded like people. So yeah, that's my almost write-off story. I think that was probably the worst accident I ever personally experienced. Yeah. That was. So yeah, you know what? Throw Honda Civics in there one time too. They're wicked and evil and defective. The driver specifically. Not the car. Yeah, boy.
So much I think need to see about.
Oh, Lord.
Surely I do have to spell them out.
What is it? 237 in Port of Spain, guys. Let me move on to something real quick before we top of the hour. I am seeing right here that the
more than ever we must show discipline, tolerance,
Nursing Association
to build a strong and better nation.
The Nurses Union, it looks like, they have organized a march and protest. Yeah, the TTNA, they launched a process. A protest. They marched through Port of Spain, and I believe they have arrived. They arrived just a little under an hour ago at the Twin Towers, at the Ministry of Finance in Port of Spain. That is the main stop of their protest today, as they march for their let me get the proper quote from them. Right, for better salary and working conditions. They're attached from all regional health authorities. It seems it's not one particular sector. It's from all across the country. And yeah, they were dancing right through. Umbrellas out because the sun is hot. They're all dancing in their nurse colors, mostly blues. I've seen some reds. Looks like there's some blacks in there too. I guess security guards marching as well. Police keeping a close eye, and yeah, they are demanding their pay and their share. My heart does indeed bleed for them. I believe we touched on them briefly last week because we saw that their overtime pay was cut by $15, I believe it was. And you know, I say then as I say now, I don't think that the conditions of the health services in this country are the fault of any one particular administration. For as long as I have been an adult living in this country, I have always heard and to a certain extent experienced less than exemplary service in the public health sector. And while yes, some of it is the fault of people who honestly should not be in nursing because of the certain attitudes they bring forth. I cannot pin the blame entirely on that, and I know neither can you guys. It is just like how we feel when anytime we go into any financial institution or fast food establishment and there's only one person at the cashier and the line reaches outside the door, and you basically spend half the day trying to do something that really only takes up 15 minutes of your time once you reach to the front of the line. Most of that time is literally spent in the line waiting to do the thing that you came to the building to do. It is like that, but health deals with literally the well-being of our lives. The difference between you remaining sick for weeks, or at worst getting sick and dying, and living, getting the treatment that you need promptly and on time and with good service. And unfortunately, that just has not been the case for many public health institutions in this country. In spite of new buildings being built, supposedly, new modern medical devices being added to hospitals. Despite there being a huge body of people that have qualifications, whether in nursing or being a doctor, there always seems to be a lack of manpower, a lack of resources, just always lacking in some way. And that has never sat right with me personally, and I know for sure it doesn't sit right with you, because literally if you have people saying best you just leave me at home to wither and die, and I'm not going to call any one particular hospital out, because there are horror stories from all of them, from town to Mount Hope to South to Central to Arima. And Arima's hospital is not even that old yet, and already, these stories that I've heard from friends even coming out of there. And no one is immune from it. From the time you walk through those doors, it's like you're playing with your life. Children were being admitted because they feel that they're not feeling well. All of a sudden, the wrong thing is administered or whatever, and next thing we know, a 7-year-old child is dead.
Now is the time to come home and do something.
When all he had the day before or 2 days before was a headache or maybe a cough.
More than ever, we must show discipline.
It is in shambles from the top down.
I say,
but
that is the main foundation.
It is my hope that the nurses who are marching today see some form, some type of find some type of common ground with the Ministry of Finance. Because at the very least, they should be able to work in conditions that help them do their jobs right and should be fairly compensated for it. Because note that they're not marching just for their pay, you know. It said pay and resources. And it cannot be that we are just simply building new buildings and there is literally nothing in them to use. You're telling me the new 15 or 20 story addition to POS General, you're telling me it's just a tall building with nothing inside it? Come on. So to the powers that be, please listen to what they have to say and please find a way. There are many things that need addressing in this country, but the health of the people who put you in positions of power should certainly be a priority. I had a very interesting and lengthy conversation with my rideshare driver on my way in today. And I don't think I want to open that can of worms with just about five-ish or so minutes left on the clock before we take our break and we go into the office party. But all, yeah. As usual, there's much in this nation that we need to see about. It will only change, truly change, when all of us can collectively agree that from the top down, we need a full reset. Whatever that entails,
a strong and better nation. I say
a full flush of life as we know it here
come let us work hand in hand.
needs to take place.
Our land, come my brother, come my sister, and
how we govern,
nation together.
How we serve the people of this nation, and more importantly, what we as a nation choose to tolerate. Because if you simply throw up your hands and say, Ed, I Trinidad, what do you expect?
You have to spell them out.
What do I expect?
Cause you know as well as I do the only way
I expect
is put in
competence,
less play.
discipline, tolerance, and production. I don't expect lackadaisical attitude towards incompetence and mediocre work.
A strong and better nation.
And maybe that is just something that has been ingrained into us for far too long, and every time somebody is a little bit above the ordinary in their diligence and their hard work, we look at them as a try-hard, or who they feel they is.
Come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
The better question should be, who are you to accept foolishness for so long? I want you to wake up every day and piss excellence. And I refuse to acknowledge that as a bad thing.
This also goes for every Trinbagonian.
And if you do, in any way, shape, or form, be it scuffing your teeth at innovation, being afraid to change or take a risk,
Instead of
if it eventually leads to something better,
because now more than
then I'm sorry, you are the one who is at fault and needs to change your way of thinking.
tolerance and production,
Ponder that as we head into the weekend, guys.
a strong and better nation. I say,
And let me give all you a Tory as we head to the top of the hour.
nation,
Chris Beats will be joining us at 3 o'clock.
let us put hand in
And
hand,
we're going to take
because this is our
a nice little chip into the weekend.
come, my sister,
The proper functioning weekend like the rest of the world.
together.
Properly. Y'all don't go nowhere. The office party starts next.
Jack your bomb, Mr. Fiddler.
I have a story for you. I said I have a story for you. I have a story for you. Well, I like that. From the time you yell a correct, you're dead. From the time you yell a correct, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. 'Cause all you do move along, ooh. All you do move along, What you hear, he say, she say. You're pulling up like DJ. You wanna hear the touring in all its glory. I's a man don't like to disappoint. Plus, I got lips on and anointed to tell you the truth. So here's the inside scoop. Last election was the strangest yet. No lie. A young PM get a Kobo sweat. Ooh.